Dealing with sore joints or dry skin? Try All Balm. Our CBD topicals are fast absorbing, non-greasy, and smell amazing. Now available at 2U Wines in South Euclid. Sip, shop, and feel better naturally.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome at the Pull-Up Experience, y'all. Hey, listen, we have a great one for you tonight. We have the man, the myth, the legend, the man who is responsible for making you look good.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Waverly, Willis, what's going on, my friend?
All right. How y'all doing
Good,
today?
good.
I appreciate you guys having me on the Pull-Up Experience. I've been watching from afar, and like I just told you guys, I feel like I'm breaking new ground because I get to hang out with some younger people. So I appreciate that.
Come on now.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know, I say sniper. I forget. I be saying nicknames off camera and thinking y'all know who I'm talking about. we got Miss Brittany, y'all.
Hey,
We have Sensei in the back, you know what I'm saying?
Sensei.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all know I'm Miss Steve.
yes. We're alienized.
Or alienized, yes. So y'all, we had a great night for y'all tonight. So Waverly, man, I gotta ask you, every journey has a beginning. Cleveland born and raised.
Cleveland born and raised, but I have to make a differential on that one. I'm from EC.
Oh man, what?
I'm from East Cleveland. Now, I'm not denying Cleveland, but y'all know, if y'all know people that's born and raised in East Cleveland, we make it very known that we are from East Cleveland. Not denouncing Cleveland, but we from East Cleveland. We from EC.
Cleveland needs to have its own flag because it's its own country at this point.
Right.
Many
Exactly. Exactly. And I mean, it's a moon because it's craters all over it. You know what I'm saying? But I still represent East Cleveland, Shaw High to the day I die.
Come on now.
That's
right.
So what's up, Cardinals?
All right.
Well, shoot. With that being said, Waverly, man, let's go from the beginning, man. Growing up EC, did you always know you would be where you are now, or was it a journey getting here where we are today?
Okay, it's a saying that goes, God takes care of babies and fools.
Ooh.
I am and I was a fool. I was one of the fortunate people that, you know, every kid got the childhood dreams of being a rapper, being a basketball player. Now the young people are talking about, I want to be an influencer.
Yeah.
You know, as a child, I was a great athlete. I was an all-star in high school, like All-American.
I can see that.
We'll go back to that later on. But I was the kid that when my friends was on the weekends going to do drywall with their dad or working on their mama's cars or something, I was always cutting hair in the basement. So I was a hood barber probably from the age of 8 years old. And how I got to become a barber is my mom, Willis, God rest her soul. She was a single parent of 3 boys and 1 girl. And she couldn't afford to take us to the barbershop. So my mom, every 3 weeks, every month, she would sit us down to do our haircut. She didn't want her little black sons walking around nappy headed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my mom did a terrible job at cutting our hair.
I was wondering where this was going, Waverly.
Yeah. She did a terrible job at cutting our hair. The kids at school and in their neighborhood would all point fingers.
We all been there, Waverly.
Yo,
I
had this joint. Bam, bam on the lineup side. No hooks, no curves, just bam, bam. Lined up with clippers only because that's all she had. You know, so about 8, 10 years old, my mom sit me down for my every other week, every 3-week haircut, every monthly haircut. And I remember it like it was yesterday, man. She came toward me with clipper in hand. And I just was like, just gently, Mom, can I just cut my own hair? I hadn't been practicing or nothing. I just said, you know what? If I'm going to just do my own hair. And she didn't care. She said, I don't care who cut your hair as long as it gets cut. And so I started cutting my own hair. And I did a worse job than my mother.
Time out. Because You know, everybody tell the story like, I did an excellent job.
Right.
I was a phenom.
No.
You said
It
no.
looked
No.
Looked like somebody took a lawnmower to my head, brother. So same results, kids laughing, pointing fingers at me at school and in the neighborhood. But I mean, I kept trying it. You know, I kept at it. So after about a year, 2 years of me cutting my own hair, being the butt of everybody's jokes, it was the same demographic in my neighborhood. I guess their parents might have had a mom who could cut or a brother that could cut or something. But I would take the younger kids in my neighborhood, same demographic, mostly single parent homes. So I'm 18 years old. I'm grabbing the 4 years old, the 4-year-olds, the 5-year-old. They don't care about their hair, you know. And they parents ain't care, you know. They might have a crooked lineup or a fat part in their head or something, but it looked better than. You know what I'm saying? And again, the kids, they don't mind if you laughing at them if you poor. You know, that's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I started getting better at it. And I knew I was getting better at it because the kids my age was pulling up on me, asking me, you know, you think you can cut my hair?
Yeah.
So Saturday mornings.
Shout out to the Hood Barbers, by the way.
Yeah. Shout out to the Hood Barbers. Keep cutting. Keep cutting. My mom's basement began to be filled on Saturday mornings. And so I was charging like $2-3 a haircut, and my mother would count all the kids that was coming in and out of her basement, and she would charge me $1 per person.
You learned business back then.
Yeah,
she was your partner.
I'm getting obviously so.
She's overhead.
I'm getting charged booth spread at 10 years old. But I learned there is no such thing as a free lunch.
Yeah, come on now. Come on.
So I guess that was the entrepreneurial seed that was subliminally being planted in me. And she had to explain to me, first of all, it's my electricity.
Yep.
This is my house.
Yep.
This is my sanity. It's my sanity with all these kids in and out of my house. And she said, those are my clippers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she had me. You know, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was my journey into cutting hair. I definitely, when people ask how long you've been cutting, I've been cutting professionally 20-some years, but I count. I'm 55. You know, I definitely count my hood.
Yeah,
years.
you got it.
And I mean, after I got good, I'm traveling. I'm in the projects when it's 125 degrees in there. The lady in there frying catfish.
Oh yes,
roaches all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I got it out the mud.
They don't get no hotter than that.
Right. Y'all been in them project apartments when it's 125 degrees.
The only other thing that makes more hood is you got the milk crates as a seat.
Yeah, exactly. You must have been there. That's exactly what it was. So, I mean, I really got it out the mud. Yeah. And like I said, God takes care of babies and food. God knew after the things that I did, and we'll get into that in a minute, that if I don't give him this gift, number one, he will not survive. And number two, he will not enable other people to be able to take care of their families. You know what I'm saying? So God took care of me at an early age.
That's good.
Wow.
Ooh, that's good.
And I love the fact that you give us a little bit of backstory of how it was before YouTube, okay? Before Google,
right?
Before you had any type of resources that was like right at your fingertips, you just had to figure it out.
You just had to figure it out. Yeah, make the mistakes. You know, I got cussed out, just like in barber school. You know what I'm saying? I got cussed out in the project in the hood too. But you know, when you only paying me $1 or
right, let's
$3,
be real,
so.
right.
But get what you pay for here.
But the consistency though, because most people, because the fact that you messed up and not even just messed up on someone, you first did it on yourself. Kudos to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But the fact that you kept at it, man, and you just kept at it, until you got better. And like most people, you mess up, I'm done.
Yeah, consistency is everything. Like I was saying before you guys started rolling, if you're not consistent in whatever you do, whether it's opening up a business, whether it's working a regular 9-to-5 job for someone else, whether it's a relationship, whether it's learning how to crochet or cut hair, open up a donut shop, trying to learn. If you're not consistent with it, it's not gonna work. Yeah. Consistency is everything. People think McDonald's sells hamburgers. No, McDonald's sells consistency. McDonald's in East Cleveland opens up the same time as McDonald's in Watts.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Walmart in the Steel Yard opens up at the same time as Walmart in Garland, Texas. So yes, they sell the same products, but what they sell is consistency.
Right.
That's what builds anything. Business, relationship, consistency is the foundation of everything that's worth anything.
I'm about to put this Brittany in a minute because see, I'm gonna be hitting that quite often today.
Back, y'all.
So okay, let's talk about you become a hood legend.
Yep.
When did you decide? Okay, I want to go from, doing it as a hobby, and I want to take it. Well, you want to do the hobby. You still do it as a business, but I want to take it to a life because licensed barber is different from hood barber. A lot of people don't know that. They're like all the same stuff, but I didn't know that it takes longer to become a barber than it does to become a police officer. And it's just it's a real thing.
Police officer or EMT, and it's a lot of on political governmental level that people are arguing about. But I mean, and both sides, I'm not gonna get into that because both sides has very good arguments as to why that shouldn't be. But yeah, my story, I was a hood barber. I was an East Cleveland kid. I made good grades. I was on the honor merit roll, but I led a double life like a lot of my friends. My mom, she couldn't afford to give us the stuff. So, I sold drugs like everybody else did. But at the same time, I was able to navigate school, cutting hair, and going to football and wrestling practice. And it just so happened that I really excelled in football at Shaw, to the point that I was all LEL, Lake Erie League a couple years, to the point that I was a USA honorable mention All-American, got a full ride to Kent State. But again, I'm leading this double life, and so I got my full ride to Kent State, went down to Kent. I took my drug dealing activities, my nefarious other life with me, but I broke the cardinal sin of any drug dealer, which was don't get high on your own supply. So I'm on a football scholarship. I quit football because I wasn't disciplined, and so the first year after I quit, I paid for my schooling in cash because I had it, But at the same time, I'm wondering, why are all these people bringing me their wife's wedding ring? Why are these people bringing me their car keys? And so I got curious.
After a long day, I need a break to just take care of me. And I love how Febrez's Soothe and Restore sets the mood perfectly with relaxing notes of warm whipped sugar and shea butter. And now I'm ready to relax and unwind.
And so I got addicted. I was selling crack and other, drugs, but the crack and alcohol, I got addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? So to the point that I just stopped going to school altogether. But, as an addict, I'm still cutting hair. I ended up dropping out of school down in Kent, moving back to Cleveland. And so I tell people I moved back to Cleveland to take care of my mother, but I really moved back to Cleveland because I flunked out of school. And it got to the point that I had to leave my mom's life, my mom's place too. So by the time I ended up going to treatment, which I'm going into that in a moment, by the time I surfaced, people thought I was dead. They thought I had been locked up because I kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. But at the whole time, I was walking the streets of Cleveland, homeless, and I know how it is. Humanity can be so cruel and vicious. So that's why a lot of I don't know if you guys looked at some of the stuff that I do with the kids and with the homeless and with the people in the population of addiction. Humanity can be very, very cruel to you. So when I was on the streets, I know how it feels to get robbed. I know how it feels to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? I know how it feels to be degraded as a man. So I was to do downtown Cleveland with the cup in his hand in front of the Greyhound station, you know, picking up the cigarette butts off the ground. I was the guy at the gas station downtown just coming to you, asking you for change. You know, I was the guy that, get away from me, you know, get it, you know. I was that dude. You know, when you go downtown on these cold days and you see the steam coming up on 18th and Superior, I was that guy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I lost everything because I did accumulate some houses and all that type of stuff through, you know, various deaths and families and blah, blah, blah. But I lost it all.
Wow.
I lost everything. The only thing I didn't sell was my clippers. And I mean, I was one of the most well-groomed dope fiends in Cleveland. At the time, I had hair, you know. And so when people would say, man, they used to, my beard was darker. You got a nice beard. I can say, I can hit you up right now. So if I saw you complimented me, or I would approach you. What's up, man? Some bus stops years and years ago had, a few of them, not a lot, had outlets in them.
Wow.
So I would cut hair at the outlet. I would cut hair at the Greyhound station. You know what I'm saying? I would cut hair at a rec center, in a restaurant. And my goal for that day was I wanted to make $10. I wanted to make $10. 5 of it was for what we call a bumper crack. The other 5 was for Shorty and Mad Dog a Road. And that's how I spent my day.
Wow.
That's how I spent my day for some years, man. Just feeding my addiction.
But time out. And not take away from what happened, but your gift was still there.
It was still there.
Despite, and I feel like I feel like it's church now, because like your gift, despite what the devil tries, is not going anywhere.
Yeah. Right. But my gift, on the surface, it looks like it's cutting hair. But my gift is the trial, the fire that I went through to be able to identify with the people on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I still got people that come into the shop that I used to get high with to this day. And they still, we call it in the recovery, you still out there qualifying.
Wow.
And that means qualifying to be, I qualify to be in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. That's what we call it. And I still talk to them because they know they can talk to me. I feel bad for them. I personally know that if I was still an addict or in active addiction, right now I would be dead because of the fentanyl and the type of addict that I was.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying it. Right up. I don't care about fentanyl. Oh, I heard about fentanyl. Give it here.
That's wow.
Double that up. But you know what? You say it's wild with the fentanyl, but I compare it to back in the day when I used to smoke weed and somebody would everybody, I need to try that. It's the same thing.
Wow.
It's the same thing. So when they hear about such and such, man, they got that strong.
Yeah. They like, I want some of that.
They gravitate to it.
Wow.
So now again, my gift is just obviously it's cutting hair, but cutting hair is just it's a vehicle to get me into the homeless shelter, to get me into the juvenile detention center, to talk to our young people, man, just to share my story for those that's willing to listen. I used to be afraid to tell my story until I just started sharing bits and pieces of it. And it's more people than y'all know in y'all personal lives. And I don't know y'all personally that got some type of addiction that y'all might not have. No idea. An uncle, an aunt, a cousin, you may or may not know.
Fully functioning.
Fully functioning, bro. But humanity could just be so cruel. I used to walk the streets, man, and I used to I said I'm not going to cry, man. But I'm just so grateful. I used to walk the streets wishing I would just die. Somebody would kill me. But God just, I tried killing myself once or twice. It wasn't, somehow it wasn't bullets in the pistol. You know, I took pills, but I woke up. How you gonna wake up mad?
That you couldn't leave this earth.
Right. But I know that, thank you. God just had something else for me.
God is good.
And I used to wonder and beg, like, let me go.
Wow. And you just wouldn't let you go.
Right. But I'm the prodigal son that came home. I'm the prodigal son that came home. God wouldn't let me go.
Let you go.
So to this day, like I'm not giving up because I was that person.
Yeah.
You know, I was that person that was told, I don't want to use profanity on y'all platform.
Oh,
you won't be shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they would see me in dirty clothes. I thank God that America is such a wasteful country because, you know, an alcoholic or addict, we have to find our bottom. My bottom. I used to survive off of the dumpster behind Kentucky Fried Chicken on 30th and Carnegie.
Whoa. Wow.
That's where I would get my food from. You know what I'm saying? And it's because they would throw a lot of it away. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I would end up at a lot of times at night. Literally, not figuratively.
Right.
Literally at the bottom of a dumpster.
So you might, if I asked, what was the turning point? What was the catalyst for you to be like, okay?
Because you said for years
Okay.
that you endured.
God is so amazing, man.
Amen.
And everything is not a coincidence. And I'm going to take y'all on a ride. Now, Barber College is 1,800 hours. If you go to school every day, you can graduate within 9.5 months to a year. So I stumbled across Barber College while still in active addiction. And a friend told me about it's called Child and Family Services now. It used to be called GFS or something like that. So I go see this lady, and I tell her I want to be a barber. She say, okay, you don't have no work history. My only work history, I worked in strip clubs as the bouncer.
Okay.
She didn't count that.
She didn't count that.
Yeah.
Right. So she said, you got to go to this place and do what they tell you to do for 3 months, and then we'll pay for barber school. So I went. I had to wear the little neon vest with the people, not trying to joke, the people that had mental problems. And I'm walking around with a bunch of these people, picking up cigarette butts, cleaning toilets, blah, blah, blah. I do that for 3 months. Now, mind you, I'm still in active addiction, but I know this is my last shot. I'm still living on the streets. So I would get high, do whatever I'm doing all night, but I still would be there. After 3 months, I go back to her. I never missed a day, got a good report. And she says, I talked to my supervisor. They're not convinced. You got to do another 3 months.
Oh, my goodness.
Of course, I protested. I still did it, though.
Right. That was the agreement.
And so at the whole time, before you do social services, you got to jump through hoops. You know?
Yeah.
So I had to go see a professional psychiatrist, psychologist. I did that, and she said, okay, you did that, but our professionals, they saying we shouldn't invest in you.
Wow.
We shouldn't pay for your barber school. And I'm like, what? And she like, they saying you shouldn't be around people. They said you got too much anger issues. So she said, as an alternative, we'll pay for you to get toe motor training. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I want to, nothing wrong with that. Or we'll pay for truck driving school, both of which are good paying jobs, good jobs. And I looked at the lady and I just teared up and I said, nah. And she knew I was homeless. And she was like, let me get this straight. You rather go back to the streets and be homeless than take this education? And I said, look, man, I'm a barber.
Yeah.
Straight up, I'm a barber. And I said, I appreciate it, but I would just be wasting your time. Because I'm not going to be no tow motor operator. I'm not going to be no truck driver.
I'll take this back. Yep.
I knew you were getting back.
And so I left. And I didn't hear from her for a while. And I went and stopped in and saw my mom when my mail would come. And she was like, my mom would just open all my mail. But she's like, I don't know who this lady is. She keeps sending you letters. And it was the counselor from down there. And it said to contact her. So I called her, went back down there. And she was like, I don't know, man. Something just keep. I went back to my supervisor and I told him that we should invest in you. Now, mind you, I'm still an addict.
I know.
And addicts, we got game. You know what I'm saying? And so they invested in me to go to barber school, but I was still an addict. So in barber school, I'm showing up every day, but I've been up getting high all night, getting high, fighting, just doing addict stuff. So I'm sleeping in the back on the shampoo bowl every day. And it's a guy named Odie Burton, God rest his soul. Game recognized Game. He was in this place called Whitehaven. And he used to be like, you know, you ain't got to live this life.
He's seen it.
He's seen it. He's seen it. I mean, I stink like last night. You know, when you've been up drinking, smoking black and mild, smoking weed, smoking crack all night, and you ain't showered or nothing, you stink. So he took me for a tour of Whitehaven. I'm like, I'm cool. I ain't no quitter. You know what I'm saying? And so he said, okay, the seed had been planted. And I'm gonna bring it home in a minute. I don't want to take over your
good.
So I'm doing my thing in the middle of the night. I'm at Morris Black, the projects. I'm getting high. And another thing I used to do to get my product outside of cutting hair, I used to beat the young boys up to take their work. Y'all know what work is.
Right, yes.
I used to take their work from them. And so me and this lady, we in our apartment in the projects, we getting high. She leave out to go to the store. She come back like, you gotta go. And I'm like, what's going on? She said, well, it's a car, 2 cars full of guys. They all got pistols and they looking for somebody and they described you. They about to kill you. And I didn't know what to do. I couldn't stay there. She kicking me out. So I called Odie. He said, now the 12 step has 12 steps, but it's a 13th step that y'all don't know about. And that's when you're going to rescue an addict or an alcoholic. He said, I can't come up in Morris Black, but when I call you back, you better come up out of there. And so he called me back. I slid through the project, came out where he was at and got in his car. And he took me to a place called Whitehaven, which is over on 55th and Woodland, the Stokes building.
Okay.
And when I got there for my assessment, the lady, Miss Fletcher, God rest her soul, she's not there. She said, baby, I want to let you in, but you smell too bad. You'll make everybody in the place relapse.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, just go home and air out for like 2 or 3 days. And I was like, where's home?
Yeah.
So I went out. It's a bus stop in front of Whitehaven. And I slept there for 2 days.
Oh, man.
And, you know, the guys would come out. They know I'm trying to get in. And I slept out there. And finally, she let me in. And so the way it's set up, it's just like this. You know, she took me to my room. It's a small room with a bed, a dresser, and a bathroom. And now everybody in this room right now, we got keys in our pocket.
Yes.
But the fact that she gave me a key, everybody else had took their keys from me. I had burnt all the bridges. Stuff like that we take for granted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I made a bath. Now, I hadn't immersed my body in water for years.
I can imagine.
Now, it was a few places that I could drop in and take a shower.
Right.
But I hadn't immersed my body in hot water in years. And so I sat in that hot water and I just thank God and I just beg God that you just release me from the demons of addiction. And if you could just release me from these demons, I would spend the rest of my days doing whatever I can to take care of your people. And God lifted it. Now, Odie Burton, again, he was my sponsor. He got me in. As I was transitioning into the facility, a month later, he had transitioned out. It's a 2-year program. A month after he got out, he overdosed. That was my first sponsor. And so that's why I said, God don't make mistakes. I was the last person. He got into treatment. In recovery, we got a saying, some have to die in order for others to live.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So everything, I just, like they say, hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
And so I look back on this stuff and everything, it was a lot of tragedy, a lot of trial, a lot of tribulation, but everything happened for a reason. Sometimes you can easily connect the dots, and sometimes you gotta wait a little more time.
Come on now.
Sometimes you just gotta wait a little more time in order for it to make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Wow.
So one more thing. So I'm in barber college now. When I get into barber school, I'm in treatment, but you got to take a break. They say, have intense inpatient. So in order for me to leave the building, they partner you up with somebody to just make sure you're on relapse or something. I go to the owner of the school, which is a brother named Top Cat. Shout out to Top Cat. Now Top Cat, he's a little bit older than me. He grew up up the street from me. And on Saturday mornings, my basement was filled, but Top Cat's garage was filled. We was both hood barbers.
Okay.
Top Cat did the right thing and went to barber college, opened up a barber college, went to school, opened up a barber college. While I went on my path, and I go to him, I said, I'm in treatment, and I said, I'll probably have to quit. He said, why? I said, they won't let me come to school. He said, we're going to put you on pause. And I literally left. And when I got back after like 4 months, I didn't have a lock or nothing. And this school was notorious for stealing stuff. My book was still there. My smock was still there. My clippers were still there. Everything was still there, man.
Wow.
And I said, and that's what I'm saying. God, just don't make mistakes.
Ever.
Come on now.
God don't make mistakes. So after that, man, after God released me from those demons, the stuff that I do right now, I'm just fulfilling the promise.
Yeah, come on now.
I'm just fulfilling the promise that God that I made to God for releasing me from the demons of addiction, man. Because I understand.
Wow.
I understand.
That Waverly, man, listen. You know you a great storyteller, by the way.
Yeah, because when he said, "Let me walk y'all through this," you walk.
Yeah, you want to do it. No, listen, that's great storytelling. But I want to take away for the fact, one, thank you for telling us that story.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go around the fact that addiction is real. And that we, like I said, the humanity part, we have to be more understanding of the fact that people are going through things that we cannot see, and that we all cope differently.
Yep.
So we're not lessening the fact that if you cope differently than I do, mine's time to be podcasting.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
And man, and wow. And one thing I want to just harp on is the fact that despite all these things happening, you never gave up.
Yeah.
Right.
And right.
God wouldn't let me. I tried.
No.
God's like,
Would you say I ain't leave that part out? I tried.
God, like, I need a poster child, buddy, and you are the poster child. You know what I'm saying? And the only difference between me and the other addict or alcoholic, because I still identify as that, and a lot of people say, well, you ain't, you haven't got high, you haven't drunk in 20 plus years, and that's true, but you really got to understand the mind of an alcoholic or an addict. If I start telling myself I'm not an addict or I'm not an alcoholic, I'm going to say, great show, y'all. Y'all want to go over here and have a beer real quick? See, y'all can go and have a beer, a glass of wine, or a shot or something, and then say, all right, y'all, good night. I'm going to say, see you later, Brandon. And after that, I'm buying everything. And then after that, I'm going on the prowl looking for my man down in the hood. And then after that, everything's for sale.
It's a domino effect.
Right. It's a domino effect. Wow. So I got to I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's just part of being an adult. You know your limitations.
I was about to ask it because it's like a guy talking about, I ain't gonna deal with the girl no more, but she give you a call.
Right.
You might come grab that box.
Yep.
Right. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Right.
And you right back.
You
right.
back
But you know what? Just like maybe she's his crutch or his addiction. I was talking in the school today, and it was different generations of students there, and we had a lady coming in to teach financial literacy who's older than I am, and she was angry about something that was going on at the school. And the older lady had a different opinion. And the older lady, she said, well, what about you, Mr. Willis? What do you think? And I said, you know what? No, nobody's right. Nobody's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We got two generations. I said,
Wow.
she's older than the student that we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
but you're older than her. So she's saying he
Mhm.
shouldn't be able to do that, and she don't have no mercy. But you've been where she's at,
Wow.
and now you're in a period of patience and tolerance.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Right, grace.
Mhm.
And so I can't tell her that she's wrong. I can't tell you that you're wrong.
Wow.
Everybody draws from their
Yeah.
own experience.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
So let me ask you a question.
uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure someone watching here, they're like, I not saying identify, but I know I'm in a place where I feel like I'm addicted to so and so. What
Mhm.
advice you get to that person right now who's watching? And they're like, I don't know where to start or where to begin to
Wow.
get.
Well, this
The
is
hell?
this is the age of information.
Yes.
So
yes.
it's a group out there somewhere. And I talk to people all the time that's dealing with addiction or mental health. It's a group out there.
Mhm.
It's a lot easier to find a group or somebody to talk to. In recovery, we have a saying, even if you don't go seek professional help,
Mhm.
it's somebody out there that's dealing with the same thing you are that
Mhm.
may have either more experience to help you get through,
Yeah.
get over the hump, or less experience that's trying to be where you're at.
Okay.
So in
Okay.
recovery, our saying is a problem shared is cut in half.
I
You see what I'm
that.
saying?
I like that a lot.
So you might be able to help a person. It's called getting outside yourself, meaning if I got something that's really pressing me, a problem, I need to find somebody to help
Yeah.
because that's going to take me outside of myself.
Mm.
And I often tell people, yes, I'm in recovery, but it's called a program and I'm working my program, but everybody can use a program because these are just
Right,
life
so-
lessons. It's just,
Yeah,
you know, lessons to live by.
definitely,
You know, some people use the church, you know, some people use recovery. Some people use whatever they use, but if it makes you a better person, then, but as far as your question, it's information out there. You have to be proactive.
You're proactive
Yeah,
in
it's
trying to get
readily available information that's out there.
That's good.
Okay.
That's
All
good.
right. Now I know that you, when you had your turning point, it was a conversation or a promise that you gave God.
Mm-hmm.
So how critical has that relationship been as far as you continuously building it throughout now seeing the other side of it? Like you said, you're a prodigal son now
Uh-huh.
and came on back home. So how much more like stronger and better has that relationship become with you and God since
Well,
then?
it's the foundation, and it's like literally, if you make the steps, God, if it was a forest or a jungle in front of me right now,
Mhm.
I'm going to walk towards it,
Mhm.
and I know God is going to clear that path.
Mm.
Okay.
That's the faith. You see what I'm
Okay. I
saying?
see what you're
And the
saying.
thing is, I done been through hell already.
Yes,
You
Come on
see
now.
what I'm
you
saying?
ain't never lied. Yes,
I done
sir.
been through hell already.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, God is going to clear the way for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do you feel like anyone can recover from an addiction without that relationship?
Mm. That's a good question.
Maybe. Well, again, my foundation is in the rooms of Alcoholics and Narcotics Anonymous,
Mhm.
and so we don't adhere to one specific
Yeah.
religion. We adhere to a higher power,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna say yes because I do know some atheists that they just don't believe.
Mhm.
I know some agnostics and I
Yeah.
know some atheists that don't believe in nothing
Okay.
that have recovered.
Okay.
So
They said willpower.
yeah, and I mean God bless them.
Yeah.
We can go downtown. We can take Mayfield straight down,
Mhm.
or I can go down to Euclid and turn left.
Right.
Mhm.
I can go
Okay.
jump on the highway and get hit at 90. Long
Come
as
on
we
now.
get
to the
there.
same destination. Yep.
That's good.
Right. Long as
Okay.
we get
That's
there.
good.
Different routes.
I'm
same
not
destination.
gonna knock how you get there, long as you
Long
get
as you
there.
get there.
That's
Okay.
good.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
So okay, so let's get back to your journey, because now you gone through barber school.
Mm-hmm.
You came out of barber school. When did you transition from, okay, I'm better, I've gotten better, I'm not out of school, when you said I want to become a business owner?
Okay.
Transition into that mode.
So the first shop I went into, it was a brother. He was a hood dude. Good dude, but a hood dude.
Okay.
You all know that dude. We all know good dude,
We
a
all
hood
know.
dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
And he was on the west side. Again, I'm from EC. I'm from the east side of Cleveland.
Right.
So I'm living in the shelter. He watching me. He had owned a barbershop while we was in school. He was doing whatever he needed. I'm trying to be politically correct.
Yeah. Right.
He was doing what people do with barbershops.
Okay.
And while living the street life. We'll
Gotcha.
say that.
All right. That's
But he watched me and we talked all the time. And so I was about to graduate. He asked me to come work at his shop because he said, I need somebody solid at my shop. And so coincidentally, I'm about to graduate. And in recovery, y'all know the foundations is people, places, and things. Can't go back to EC because I don't want to run into. I can't go back to the east side of Cleveland. Period. Because I'm fresh out of. I'm still living in treatment.
Yeah.
And so I was gonna graduate and move down to the A, where the hair scene is popping. But I don't know anybody down there. I mean, I got some friends and family in Cleveland, but again, I had alienated myself from them.
Yeah.
But at least in a pinch, I know that they were here.
Yeah.
So I said, when I was growing up, we didn't mess. The only reason my friends and I went to the west side of Cleveland is to mess with Puerto Rican girls.
Okay. Well, okay.
That was
That's
it.
just being real. I get it.
That's just being real. So I said, boom, this is perfect. He had a shop on the west side. I just moved to the west side. And I mean, it was one of the best moves that I can make.
Wow.
And so I worked at a shop. It was a hood shop. So I'm literally in treatment. It's dudes smoking weed and crack on the side of the building. It's dudes on the other side selling weed and crack. It's dudes in the back shooting dice. And I'm like, I got to get the hell out of here. You know?
For sure.
And when I talk to my students, you know, they always say, why you always dressed up? And I'm not dressed up. But as a social experiment at my first barbershop, I said, because I'm in the shop with some monsters. Barber students, you think you can cut hair, but when you get in that shop, you're going to know that you really can't cut no hair. You know, it's a lot of cheerleaders in barber school. So when you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? So I'm the worst barber in the shop. I'm the new guy. So obviously I'm making the least money.
Because we all know that guy in the shop. Nobody going to them.
Yeah.
The new guy.
Right. I'm the new guy.
Except for the walk-ins that don't know no better.
Exactly. I was that dude. And so as a social experiment, I started wearing a tie.
Wow.
Different yourself from other guys.
Yep.
And so I'm at the back of the shop. And so I'm wearing a tie, but I'm also impeccable with my soft skills. And
Sorry, Waverly. We said soft skills. Brent was like, what do you say? What do you mean by soft skills? We said soft skills. What do you mean by that?
Greetings, eye contact, things of that nature. And
Thank
so,
you.
and this is when I relate to the younger brothers and sisters. If you got a hood background, take that same hustle mentality and move it to business. Because when you was out on the block selling that dope, when the car pull up, what would happen? You run into it. What's up, man? I got 1 for 20, 2 for 30, 7 for 100. What you want to do? Take that and I put it in the shop. So instead, I threw a tie on, and when the guy walked in, hey, how you doing? Now, when y'all walk into a business, that's the person you automatically. We got a relationship now. We don't know each other, but they would instantly come up to me because I got a tie on. I made eye contact, and I said hello. Yeah.
You already off top, beat out.
Right, exactly. Wow. Because everybody else, they got clientele, they don't care. So and they don't have no soft skills. So you know what I'm saying? What's up, man? How can I help you? All they gonna say is either I'm here for such and such, or can I get in? And that's how I built my clientele. It's not because I cut hair well. It's because I communicate well. Right. It's because I connect well. And that's not barber 101. That's business 101. You have to be able to connect. And that's what's missing in our businesses right now, you know, and I love to spend money with us. And I don't want no hookup. If you see me walk in your business, I want to spend a lot of money.
Come on now. I see Waverly. I better up the price.
And I'm not asking for special treatment.
Right.
I just want what I call normal treatment. Let's do business together. You know.
I need that a couple more times because because that applies to all businesses, especially with the younger generation. Because I remember I was going to go grab something from Chipotle the other day, man. And you can tell everybody in there young as hell.
Yeah.
I'm in there, and then I said, "Excuse me, miss." She didn't say excuse. She didn't say. She didn't acknowledge me. Kept doing what she's doing. I was like,
wow. That's the climate that we're in today.
Oh yeah. Sad to say, but it's the reality.
And I hate to sound like the angry older black man, but I am. You know. And the thing is, what I tell business owners, whether you're an independent contractor or you working for somebody else, to make yourself stand out, just do what you say you're going to do. If you say, I'm going to open at 10 o'clock every day, open at 10 o'clock every day. If you say it's fish fry Friday, don't run out of perch, catfish, mac and cheese, or greens on Friday.
That's right.
Don't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or if you do, be able to compensate for that or be comparable.
Right.
Or at least let people know. Put it on your website. Do something.
Right. So when I challenge new business owners on, what you gonna do to stand out? This is not hard. Just do what you say you gonna do.
That's it.
Have good soft skills. When somebody walk in, make them feel welcome.
Yeah.
Those are things that are not hard that unfortunately will make you differentiate yourself from other people. Return a call.
Yeah.
Have good phone etiquette.
The things that should be natural.
The things that should be natural. Unfortunately, they're not. But for the businesses that's coming up, these are things that you can do to stand out.
Yep. Just the little things.
Just the little things. Make that connection.
So Waverly, being in the business world and being a businessman, why do you feel that is that we have that issue in our community versus, the other side community?
I don't think we hold each other accountable enough. I think that we not calling it. It's a brother I follow called Akin, Akin.
Come on now, shout out to Akin. Alumni of the Pull-Up Experience.
Yeah.
And he just put a post up, his second post. And I don't want to use the language, but I'm going to say it. The difference between working with niggas and Mexicans. And he's calling it like it 100% is.
Yeah.
Period. And it's a lot of people that's blasting him, and he put up a part 2. Basically said, y'all cats that blasting me is the dudes I'm talking about.
I was going to say, because the only ones that'll take offense is the ones that's guilty of it.
And he got the video up, and he got a bunch of Mexicans in the background working. Period. Yep. And so it is what it is. We got to hold each other accountable.
That's it.
I'm not saying don't patronize, because I would never say that, but do what you say you go do.
Yeah.
And that's, my team included. I'm always coaching them and telling them, look, man, your clientele ain't building me because you got your 4 o'clock client every Friday that's going to switch to me eventually, because I'm going to start leaving my 4 o'clock slot open.
Conveniently
right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you coming in at 4:15. Or stop waking and baking. And I know it's legal and all of that, but it's just a bad look.
Time out. I feel like these are basics, though. These are like basics 101. And you saying they not even doing that?
They still doing it. How many times have you walked into a business and it reeks of weed, and it's not the customers? Wow. I'm just saying, this is 101. We got to get back to the basics. Yeah. Hold each other accountable, man.
That's good.
Tighten it up. From when the Urban League jumpstart, ECDI, from the minute you teaching people how to build and how to open up an LLC, S Corp, all of that, you need to have some soft skills training. Because now you know how to open start an LLC up, but you don't know how to make the connection with the customer. So now you got an LLC, you got this brick and mortar, but ain't nobody
No
coming in the
clients.
door because the last time I came in, you was like, sup. If you said that.
If you said that,
Right. If you said that.
That's true.
So the soft skills, and it's before 101. I'm sorry, but it just is what it is. We are intelligent people, so this is automatically implied, but we cannot, unfortunately, we cannot give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know?
That's
So
good.
it's a lot of stuff is learned behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, listen.
Or not learned behavior.
I was gonna say,
they haven't learned it
or
yet.
they haven't been taught it.
Y'all haven't taught it. And shout out to you because you are helping bridge that gap
For sure.
for the individuals who don't know.
Mm-hmm. And I'm starting with the young ones. You know, it's too many times that I go to an elementary school and cut hair, and I say, "What's your name, little buddy?" Michael. Look at me. Say your name. Squeeze my hand. And it's because of whatever background that they got. The majority, like 99.9%, don't know to squeeze a person's hand.
Yeah.
Don't know to look a person in the eye. Don't know to speak up when,
Right, I
when
was
you're
gonna
speaking to
say, yep.
someone. That's important. And as Black kids,
So become black men.
you become Black men, but unfortunately, you are prejudged when you walk in the room.
Come on now.
Yep.
You know, so you have to. I was just telling my grandson the other day, you got to have two voices.
Okay.
And y'all know what I'm talking
I
about.
do. Well, no, Brandon might be a little confused. You might have to clarify for
Thank you,
him.
Brittany.
I bet you when he went and got the loan for his car or his house,
Oh yeah,
he knew when to
straightened
bring
up
that
real
voice
quick.
out.
Wanna know what's
That-
up when he
that
walked
voice.
Listen, I'll never forget my mentor. He told me about W.E. Du Bois and the double conscience that we have as Black people and whatnot.
Yep.
And and it's so crazy because I've seen it in real time.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up with you, brother?
Uh-huh.
Now you're 10 minutes later in the same room. How you doing, sir?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I took my daughter years ago. I had to get interviewed for a grant, and I took her with me. And I did what I naturally do. And when we left out, she was like, "What was that?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's automatic to me. She's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You don't talk like that."
Right.
Yeah.
What happened?
I said that was me getting the $5,000 grant.
Come
That's
on.
that's what that was.
Yes.
And I got it.
Amen.
But I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying it is what it is.
Yeah.
And if you want to know how to navigate in this world, you better learn how to play chess,
Come on, man.
not checkers.
That's
Come on.
right.
We can keep it
already
real
lost.
and keep it 100 and keep it a buck all you want.
Yeah.
But when it's time to get that car, that house, or whatever other funding you're trying to get, you better know it.
Better know and be able to discern when and not to use it.
Yeah.
Because you saying, "Hey, how's it going, sir?" to somebody about to shoot you, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. You
Make it
might
work.
get shot.
You might get shot.
Right.
You a foreman.
You 5-0.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I would love to buy some drugs from you, sir.
Right. Please
Thank you.
and thank you.
Right.
Right. Thank you.
I like the highest grade you got.
Y'all a mess.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No.
So know the difference. Know the difference, kid.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
So, all right. So let's talk about how now we got the Waverly we see now,
Mhm.
where now you are teaching, you are educating, and you are influencing your own right, my friend.
I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that.
Absolutely, because like you are. I look to you to see what is the way to go with educating people who are underneath me to be a mentor.
Mhm.
So how talk about the transition, because to be in a position to be mentored, to be a mentor is a transition in itself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Stick to who you are.
Mm.
This is me. And this is me with my gray hair and my splendor that has learned how to navigate the lowest of the low, from the indigent people, the homeless people on the street, to literally 4 days ago, Senator Sherrod Brown was in my barber chair.
Come on now.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is me. And I can tell you how to get here. I got students at the barber college that call me to this day, that's professionals that I used to crack the whip on, because excellence. If you're black, excellence is the standard.
Standard. Come on now.
It's the standard. We can't afford to be anything but excellent.
Yeah.
They didn't understand that. Now they're in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're trying to open up businesses. And I'm talking about students that hated my guts because I would send them home. You smell like weed. You got to go. But Mr. Willis, why you tripping? Don't other. I don't care. You know I'm here on Wednesdays and Thursdays. They would tighten it up. And now that they're in the field, they call me like, you was right. You was right about everything, Mr. Willis.
Come on now.
You was right. And so the ones that all my team at all my locations was at one time my student. And my proudest moments is like a few weeks ago, one of my younger guys, 22 years old now, he called me crying, just had a baby a few years ago. And he was like, man, me and you bumped so much heads in school and everybody was so tripping because you allowed me to work at your shop. And he was just crying. He's like, man, I don't know what you saw in me, but you saw something in me and I'm able to take care of my family. And he was like, man, I just want to tell you that I'm sorry for giving you such a hard time because everything you said was right.
Yeah.
And I see it now. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate you, bro. And to keep being you.
Right.
Keep
Come
your
on now.
foot on our neck because life is unforgiving.
It sure
Yeah.
is. It has no mercy.
I'm not trying to torture you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you prepared for this harsh environment,
Come on
this
now.
rough terrain that you are about to endure. This is love bombing you.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm kicking you out today, but you get to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
When you walk in that interview smelling like weed, you getting kicked out and you don't
ain't
get the
come back.
funding.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's it. That's real.
And not no offense to your parent, but you're not saying you're raising them, but you're trying to reverse what they have already come to know
Yeah.
Yeah.
all their lives
Yeah.
and whatnot, and that's hard in itself.
Right.
It is.
Right. So you keep it real and I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
But I used to tell them, inside these four walls, you can't beat me. You can't beat me. You can go to the
Oh,
owner.
right.
Yeah.
You can go where you can go to the I got full backing. I got carte blanche. You can't beat me. So either you're gonna do this my way, which is the right way, which is gonna help you in the future, or you go flunk out of school.
Yeah.
And
Choice is yours.
we bumped heads with a lot of them into the. I'm not giving up. I'll just keep kicking you out.
Eventually, it's
My
gonna
my
click.
check is gonna be the same,
I know,
regardless
that's
if you're here or
right.
not.
I like that.
But again, they all thank me afterwards. And they are better professionals now and they understand why I did it.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so good.
So yeah, to your question, just be you. You know, you've been in different environments now. You have surrounded yourself, both of you guys, with professional people, different people from different lifestyles, and you know what it takes to be you. Only you know what it takes to be where you're at. Somebody is one step behind you. Somebody is 5 steps behind you.
Yeah.
Somebody is afraid to start. So they need you to sow that seed.
Come on now.
You see what I'm saying? We all can reach back and help. Period. Regardless of where you are. And so we just got to take the time to do it. I know I'm hard, but this is me.
Yeah.
This is me. I've endured a lot. And again, I'm just trying to prepare the next generation, man.
Come on now.
And this the only way I got it hard, so I give it hard.
All right.
That's the bar.
Yeah, I got it, so I'll give it hard. It just
For
is what it
sure.
is. Ain't nobody forgave me for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's good.
yeah.
Listen, and listen, my dad was hard. Nah, that's not dad hard me. But like when you're a young black man, you have adversities that you have to give your son in order for him to be prepared as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the same thing with what you're doing, because like, listen, my I gotta be hard on my sons.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
things just won't be accepted in life. So why should I accept it?
Yeah.
That's not preparing your child for life if you accept something. And again, you're judged by a different standard. So your black boy gotta be excellent.
Yeah.
That's true.
Same thing for, all of our black boys and our black girls.
yeah,
We
come on now.
we held to a different standard.
Yeah.
Right.
No, listen. So okay, Waverly. We talk about the past, talk about the present, talk about the future, brother.
Mm-hmm.
What can we expect, or not even expect? What can we hope for the future for you, my friend?
Man, I just want to maintain my shops, maintain working with the youth, working with the addiction community, keep making inroads, and just building my circle up, because I feel like I'm like a real life quarterback, and so now I consider the pull up experience part of my circle.
Come on now, we gang now.
For sure.
You're
Right.
alumni.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So now I know if somebody need X, Y, and Z, I got you guys to call and say, hey, I need somebody that da 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's what we are. We all can lean on each other for resources. So I just want to keep being an example, number one, and a resource, number two, man. And just stay the buzzword for the night, consistent.
That's it. Wow. I
Listen.
love it. Now wait, do you foresee also in the future at some point? Because I feel like author, like I feel like.
Oh my
You know,
yeah, I know you tired of it.
I'm pretty sure people like when the movie
When
coming
the
out.
book coming out,
I'm
when
going-
the movie,
I'm
when the
going to the movie.
documentary, like,
And I thought about it. I don't know why it's such a block there. Just the thought of writing
I
a book
know.
is so intimidating
It
to
is.
me.
We got network. We already know.
do.
We got a couple people
do.
for you.
We got a few.
Yeah,
Come on.
there you go. So I mean, I keep everywhere I turn, I get confirmation.
I'm sure.
God
I
keep
knew,
putting people
yeah.
like book.
Yeah.
Damn it, I knew it was coming too. I knew.
I was waiting on you to say that when you
watch these
didn't.
people ask me, "Am I writing
Yeah.
that book?"
And when
But it's
can
just
we
such.
get it?
I'll admit, it's just such an intimidating thing to me, man. But
Mm,
it,
it gotta be
I,
done.
it has to be
No,
done.
it has to, because like I'm hearing you say it.
Yeah.
And you
know
tell
how
us a
much-
story, like,
yeah.
That's gonna inspire millions.
Yeah,
Man. So
man.
who like to play for you? Play you in the movie? That's what I want to know now.
Face on, no, let me get you. Oh no, we'll figure that out.
Figure it out down the road, but no.
Alright. We'll give you some time to think on it.
Right.
'Cause one of my, I never forget. I had read Antoine Fisher's book, and then literally, I won't say not even like right after that, we seen the movie.
The movie,
Mhm.
yeah.
And the movie was just like better than not saying better, but watching
You
it.
really get to see
Yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. The nuances and all that good stuff. No, so
Yeah.
we foresee that.
Well, I'm gonna need to tap into y'all for some resources
Say that.
to help me make that
Tap
happen,
in.
man.
Y'all listen, part 2, Waverly, we're gonna talk about sitting down about the book.
Right, that's
Yeah.
right. Book signing.
Let's
sign.
make that happen.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Okay, Waverly, man. Here at the Pool Experience, we have 4 questions we'd like to ask everybody, and I can't wait to hear yours. By the way,
Yeah.
about every answer is different, like a snowflake. But
Mhm.
here in Cleveland, so you were born and raised, unfortunately, we have a stigma.
Mm-hmm.
The stigma is, unfortunately, collaboration is not one of our strong points.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel like we can change that narrative going forward?
I think that it's gonna be it has to be a grassroots thing.
Mm-hmm.
People are good in Cleveland for blaming somebody else
Mm-hmm.
instead of saying, "Let me start here." So I think the pull-up experience is gonna have to reach out to such and such, and this fraternity is gonna have to reach out to that fraternity. The whole D9, all of us. I ain't gonna say all of us that's on a grassroots level.
Mm-hmm.
It has to start. We gotta stop depending and blaming
Yeah.
the government to pull us together.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's where it has to start, and as a grassroots effort.
That's good. No, and man, listen. And I think Dr. Umar said it best. He's like, whether you identify as an Israelite, a Moor,
Right.
an African, whatever it is, it don't matter.
Right.
We
Yeah.
have to come together
We
one way or
gotta
another.
We gotta
Whatnot.
come together, exactly. And
So-
I hate to sound cliche, but it's true.
It's
true.
Yeah,
It's true.
the reality.
No.
You know.
I get it. So, okay, with that being said, we already talked about the book and the movie,
Mhm.
right? And I want, what's that? Andy's. I want to see a special clipper to say Waverly on them. Okay,
Oh, Andy's.
You better make that
y'all better make that happen. I know.
Coco Clipper, y'all based right here in Cleveland.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come
on.
See?
I want to see a gold-plated Waverly clipper
Let's
somewhere.
make that happen.
That'd be nice.
From his mouth to God's ears
Come on now.
to your eyeballs.
Let's do
But with that being said, what collaboration would you hope to have in the future, man? What corporation or entity or just a company you would like to collaborate in the future? 'Cause in my mind, Waverly, I believe everybody watch Bullet Experience. So when they watch it, I'm like, I'm glad you said because I want to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
Who would I like to work with? That's a good question.
And I know who played in the movie Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Get Will Smith to do it.
All right.
You can't go wrong with
Listen.
Pre crazy Will Smith.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, he may make it come back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, say he back.
I'm gonna go back to what we just said. Coco is a local clipper company. They got a good product out. I just had some issues with them, but they rectified it. So I would like to I can see that really happening.
Okay.
Working with Coco.
Sure.
I'm gonna tag
Coco
y'all.
Hair Pro.
I'll tag y'all in this, okay?
Yeah.
We gonna make that. We want to see that happen.
For sure.
I want to see it's
Soon.
gold plated.
Yeah. Used to see gold. Huh?
Yeah.
Dave, you hear him?
I like it.
Hey,
I like
listen.
it.
Okay. Dave, I'm coming
So
for you.
yeah, I like to collaborate with Coco.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see it happening, Wade.
Yeah, I do too. Well, listen, we have been nothing but I know when I rewatch this, first of all, because my emotions be always like right on my sleeve, and the way your story, so touching. By the way, I mean, I know it has blessed many folks that are watching.
Absolutely.
So when we speak on legacy, legacy for you, it's gonna be phenomenal. I already know. So when we come to legacy, 2 parts. What would you like the legacy to be for you, Waverly Willis? And what would you like the legacy to be for you as an entrepreneur in your business?
Well, legacy for me, Waverly Willis, I want to have, and my students will know this, professional barbers in this field.
Okay.
And they know what I mean. I don't mean just got some piece of paper on the wall that say from the state of Ohio.
It's a big difference
because it's a lot of people rolling around with driver's licenses in their wallets or their purses that can't drive worth the live.
That's right.
I mean professional in every sense of the word, meaning customer service, obviously a solid skill set, communication. That's my legacy. Okay. As far as professional, but not only barbers, just business, because I meet with business owners in general. Just business owners that are set up in a professional way. And so I want that to be part of my legacy, the people that are watching me as well as the people that I've mentored over the years. And me personally, I got grandkids, I got kids, I got my daughters. They don't want nothing to do with no barbershop, but
with the grandson,
maybe the grandson, he just want a haircut right now,
Hey, but no time out, because I would never want my grandfather to cut my hair. The fact that your grandkids want to get cut by you, that's to say something to you, Waverly, man.
Yeah, but you know what? He used to want to get cut more than now. You know what I'm saying? I got him growing up in Lakewood, but that's another story. That got something to do with his environment. Because, the kids in the hood like to stay fresh.
Yeah.
And in Lakewood kids,
they do their own thing.
Right. And I'm trying to be politically correct as possible. And I just to tell it last week he wanted to go somewhere with me. I'm like, bro, you looking too raggedy, man. You know what I'm saying? You used to want to keep a fresh one on your head. But now you're a billion now. But let me stop. Or I get some people in Lakewood dragging me.
Yeah, we don't want to be
right. I'm just saying,
no problem.
He's not as in tune with his grooming as.
Sure.
And I said, your grandfather's a barber, bro.
When girls enter the chat, it's over with. Wait, you're gonna be like, Grandpa, you mind doing me real quick?
Right. I'm like, especially coming from my tragic haircut background with my mama and myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm still scarred. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about the whole time. Like, you got me right here. So I don't know.
Take full advantage. All right. Well, hopefully he'll see this and he'll have change your heart.
Yeah, hopefully. But he getting older. He entering the teen years. I know.
Yeah.
all that
Oh,
shit.
I said when
already
girls,
Yeah.
I remember I have a horror story. When girls in the chat, I try to line myself up. I put it back here, Waverly. I'll put it back here.
That
And I remember,
happens all the time.
listen, when you first started out, right?
Right. You don't know no better.
It took a lot of time for me to get it right. It took a while,
Just
Waverly.
taking it back, taking it
Until
back.
you know, let me abort this mission, bro. But you want to make it sharp.
You know,
So
you
people,
look in the mirror like, all right,
people bring
okay.
their sons in the shop all the time and they mad. And I'm like, this is part of being a boy. This is why I'm a barber right
Yeah.
now.
for
I
sure.
can fix it, but you know,
You gotta learn.
he wanted it tight, but he didn't know when to abort the
You
mission.
gotta abort the mission.
Yeah. So shout out to all the young hood barbers, man. Keep,
Shout out to y'all,
keep
man.
cutting,
Keep
keep cutting,
cutting,
keep
keep
cutting.
believing. All right. Well, listen, we've had a phenomenal time with you, by the way. This has been good from start to as we're coming to a close. Like I said, there's no doubt in my mind somebody watching, somebody listening.
Absolutely.
Tremendously blessed by this episode tonight,
I appreciate
in
it.
some way, shape, or form. So when it comes to 3 takeaways, what would you like for those 3 takeaways to be?
Keep it dropping violent the right
3
way.
Yeah,
takeaways
man.
is if you're doing something, don't do it for money. Do it for
Mm.
passion.
Mhm.
Because if you're doing it for money, the passion is not gonna be there and it's gonna fizzle out.
Yeah.
If you do something for passion, the money is eventually go show up.
Come on now.
Mhm.
Hold yourself to a higher standard than the minimum.
Okay, you better tell them.
You know, always do extra, especially if you're working for yourself.
Mm.
Always do extra. I ain't say give out a free product or give out
Right.
a free service, but you know what? Give a free compliment out, a free smile.
Come on now.
You know what?
Oh, that's
And reach back to help somebody.
That's a strong way to end it.
Reach back to help somebody. Somebody needs your help. As bad as you think things are right now, somebody would love to be
Yeah.
in
Come
your
on now.
footsteps.
Man.
Whenever I'm having a
reach back.
bad day, I think about that.
Yeah.
And whenever I'm gonna have a bad day, what I say is, you know what? I'm not at the bottom of a dumpster right now. So
Mm.
whatever this is, I'm gonna be
Come on now.
all right.
All right,
So
well.
reach back and help somebody, y'all.
Reach back.
That's good.
I like
Because
it.
somebody needs your help.
Yeah.
So part 2.
Part
we
2.
don't have the book signing.
Look
We're gonna talk
sign.
about
We
Y'all-
gonna let
y'all-
it go, man.
Y'all go good. And we need that. We need to
Be
push each
accountable.
other.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
he don't know.
sure.
Don't worry. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
purpose push over
Oh,
here.
he
Ain't
gonna-
gonna let off the
I
gas.
like that.
Wait, we get a taste of that now. We get a little taste of it
Yeah,
now.
he definitely get
All right.
You're getting a little nudge, but he will get to pushing.
Well,
okay?
we joined together at the hip with Man Cave now,
Yeah.
so we go see each other on a regular
yeah.
basis.
Matter of fact, let's talk about it, Waverly, man. Let's talk about this Friday, what we got going on.
This Friday we got Man Cave, and it's a group of what I love about Man Cave. It's a group of men from different backgrounds, different age ranges. They say that, and I believe that your network determines your net worth.
Absolutely.
So iron sharpens iron. So this Friday we meeting together at Cleveland Cigar Social
Social
Lounge
Yep.
on Rockwell, downtown Cleveland, from 6:30 to 8:30, and it's a men's group. So we go cover a bunch of different things. We go really introduce ourselves to you and just see if you want to be a part of this movement. We got a bunch of things going up to philanthropic things, and again, some things you just you learn just by being in the
Yeah,
room.
in the room. Come on now.
You see what I'm saying? Everything is not necessarily a formal thing. Some little nuggets of information, knowledge is just from being there.
Yeah.
So you need to be at Man Cave, and so to sharpen up your skills and enhance your circle. If you got a bunch of different people around you that's not enhancing your life, then you might want to change your environment a little bit.
Absolutely.
So that's what Man Cave, some of what it's about. So yeah, Brandon and I, we're a part of it, and I'm excited, man, because I've been learning from him up to this podcast. I'm looking at numbers and stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, I put the same flyer up. He got 2,000. I only got 134. I'm looking at insights, and then I went back. I changed mine to your same hashtags. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, look,
I'm-
come on, wait.
Right.
Okay.
I'm a student.
Okay.
I'm a master and a student.
Okay.
You gotta remain teachable. That's another
good.
nugget.
I like that. That's a bonus for
And
y'all.
I'm like, why ain't my numbers moving like this? Is it the song? You see what I'm saying?
You dissecting.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm learning. So
Yeah.
I'm
Come on now.
just letting you know I'm watching.
That's what I'm
I'm
talking
watching
about.
and
Okay.
learning.
I love it.
As I
love
should.
it.
That's dope. No,
Yes.
that's dope, man. I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
And also, y'all, with Man Cave, listen, it is a movement, not just because everyone says they want something for men. This is actually for men.
Yeah.
Men of all ages, all creeds. We want to make sure we're gonna have you in the room, and we want to pour into you, man.
Yep.
We want to make sure we like if you feel lost, and I see it too often. I see it. I see it all the time, man. I see young men who are walking around and they're just looking like, man, if I wish I had somebody to help guide me a little bit.
Talk to.
Even though you might not even know it.
Right.
You say it in other ways, but this is the time. This is a sign you need.
Right.
Yeah,
So we want to see you there Friday. Please come through. We're gonna have a good time, y'all.
And if you just want to sit on the wall and watch us work, watch us work. But this, if you a man, you need to be here. You need to be a part of this. Absolutely. I like what you said. This is a movement. And all are welcome because we all got something to give and something to learn.
And even as a smoker, I don't smoke, but I don't have a scar in my mouth like I
I'm
like
not
smoke.
either. You know,
I'm just gonna be like,
I know when I get home, my grandson, he live. I'm gonna smell like smoke. He gonna be like, "What are you, bruh?
What is going on?"
So Waverly, man.
Right? Yeah.
I'm thinking about the whole thing. Damn, that's gonna be another $40. I'm thinking this whole thing through, but
we see.
I think it was might have been my idea at the same time.
Oh,
so, damn.
I gotta see it through now.
I don't even smoke.
Hey, listen.
Well, you know you live and learn.
Yeah.
It's done.
Right.
So most important, the whole interview, Waverly. Where can people learn more about you? Where can they get with you? I want y'all to book Waverly to come speak at your next event, by the way.
Please. You can find me at Waverly Willis on all platforms. I learned that from
Come
you know
on,
what I'm saying? Keeping it synergy all the way through. And I'm talking about Instagram, where the old folks at on Facebook. I know y'all don't mess around. I'm listening. Y'all young ones, I'm on at Waverly Willis on TikTok.
Okay.
At Waverly Willis on YouTube.
Okay.
At Waverly Willis on X.
Come on.
Hey, at Waverly Willis on Pinterest.
Wow.
Stop playing
Come on
with me.
now.
I'm
Okay.
watching and I'm
Come
learning.
on now.
Stop playing with me.
Yeah.
I feel you. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I ain't got a lot of numbers, but you can find me there.
Hey, listen. Then the number gonna go
They
after
can
this.
find you. That's what's
Exactly.
important. They
Exactly.
can find you.
So I'm gonna
all
keep
right?
stealing little tips and trinkets off
There we
off,
go.
off y'all
That's
now.
how you do it.
I did go up a couple likes and stuff after I stole.
Come on,
you know,
Waverly. Listen,
So, I'm
we'll,
saying.
we on network after this.
Yeah,
We
there you
gonna-
go.
Yes,
There you
sir.
go.
Yes,
Your
sir.
game.
They put me on game.
And by the way, y'all, as I'm watching this, right in the show notes, it's going to be all the information. So I want to see you book with Waverly. Get your haircut.
Please.
Yes. Let's
Yep.
start there.
I'm on Style Seed. Book with me.
Come on now.
And you know what? If you're an aspiring business owner, when I talk to other business owner that does consultations and stuff, they charging. I just want to see you win. So we go. Let's meet for coffee or something. I'll buy you coffee or tea or whatever. I ain't about to spend all day with you, but once I get to talking about business, my wheels. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
My wheels automatically
passion
start
is
spinning.
going, yeah.
So I'm gonna give you some gems, and then I'm gonna give you some resources to make everything come together. You got to put in the work.
Come on now.
But that automatically happens when so let's link.
Yeah.
Come on now. Listen, now they'll be blowing you up now after this.
All
Waverly.
right
I'm like,
now.
I see
Yeah.
your interview.
Right.
Now remember,
There ain't no coffee in Columbia.
yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Come on now.
So tomorrow that price is different.
That's right. So act now.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, it's been an honor.
Yes,
my
this
friend.
I
was
appreciate
great.
it, man.
I
This
loved
was
it.
awesome. Sorry I got so emotional on y'all.
No,
but,
Oh,
you know,
man,
I
I'm
listen.
love that.
I'm
Listen.
passionate about
I
it,
love
and I
that.
just want to give God's flowers.
Come on now.
Absolutely. He's deserving of it all.
Mhm.
We appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
So listen, guys, this is episode 309.
309,
309.
y'all.
Oh, 9.
Listen, it's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Bye.